Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what you're not seeing about your future. You're probably already thinking, Reem, what is that? Where's the shuffling? Well guys, to tell you the truth, I did shoot this whole reading on another day because I had important things that I wanted to do regarding my work today, and so I wanted to take the day off from shooting so that I can focus on finishing a work-related project that I had to do today. So after shooting everything, wrapping everything up yesterday evening, I was supposed to have a little breather so that I can wake up today and fully focus on that project. I looked at the old footage only to realize that I was missing the introduction and pile number 1 of today's reading that I had shot previously. I looked everywhere, guys. I looked in my files, I looked at my computer files, my hard disk, my camera, everything. And I did not understand what does it mean not to find the introduction and the first pile. I mean, I even talked to a friend who said that's impossible. Just look again and you are calm down and you're gonna find it. So I calmed down, looked everywhere, and I couldn't find it. And usually I take things like that, which is part of the creative process. You know, mishaps like this happen every once in a while, where you shoot something and then sometimes the voice didn't go right, although frequently, recently, I mean, to be honest with you, this did happen a lot, perhaps because, as you know, I was moving from one place to another. Things weren't as systematic and super organized as they were before, and so more things happened. But most often than not, these things would happen every once in a blue moon, where you shoot and something happens with the voice, or the reading wasn't captured. It really makes you feel gutted in the moment, but I tend to take a breather and I choose to accept things as they are, because I would really honestly don't want to suffer through it. I accept it pretty early and I just replan and move on, and I'd rather have a good day than to be upset about it. But yesterday was a little bit different because I knew I wanted today, which was my yesterday off, because I wanted to put a lot of effort and focus on this project. And to say that I was gutted was an understatement. I was borderline angry. I was like, why is this happening to me? I left everything as it was. I went for a walk, and I could see myself getting into this victim mentality. I mean, I can see myself doing it, but I was so angry, I just got into it. And I was like, why is this happening to me? What is the universe trying to tell me? I'm a good person. I try to do this. What do you want me to do? I was so upset. And after venting it out, I started to notice that I was starting to get super heavy emotions. Suddenly, I felt like the world was, what is it called? Like becoming tighter on me. I started honestly catastrophizing everything, and I believed it. Maybe because I'm out of it right now, I can see it as funny, because really it is. But at that moment, I felt like the universe wanted to show me something much bigger than what I was supposed to see. I started feeling like my whole world was collapsing. I started catastrophizing what was going to happen in my project and with the readings, and I started taking drastic, angry decisions. And I was like, hold up. This is too much. One thing's for sure, whatever is going to happen, I don't want to feel this way. That is for sure. And it is a pattern that I previously used to get into when I got myself involved in so many things. Previously, I used to be so enthusiastic about the things that I wanted, and I would bite more than I would chew. And I used to get into, honestly, a pattern where I would collapse with all of the things that I chose to do. I'm much wiser now. I don't do that. But I started seeing what was going to happen, and I refuse to feel this way. So I was like, first of all, let's just stop, I let it out. Let's just stop and think rationally what I'm going to do about this situation. So I just stopped for a while. And one of the exercises, by the way, that I do, guys, to ground myself is honestly through gratitude. I put everything aside and I start counting my blessings rather than looking at the horrible things, just to find my ground first and realize that the universe is not going against me and nothing is going against me. And I just start remembering the good things in my life that I'm honestly grateful for. This always works in calming me down. And then I started replanning. I was like, okay, today evening I'm just gonna do all the what is called donkey work in my project, and listen to a podcast that I like and just organize everything so that it's ready for the next day. Tomorrow morning I'm just gonna wake up, shoot the introduction, explain what happened, and shoot the first pile. Thinking of which, perhaps it's really crazy that it was the first pile that was deleted. Did the first pile just go through like what is called a new future? Like they were going on one path and getting into another. So I started quickly trying to remember what the first pile was about, and I kid you not, I couldn't remember a thing about the first pile. In fact, I was lucky to have taken the thumbnail picture of the introduction, and if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have remembered that it was this pile, and perhaps I would have just shuffled and gotten another card. But I did take the thumbnail before I continued the reading. So I was lucky in that aspect. Usually, most of the time, I take the thumbnail after I'm done. So I was very lucky there. But I would have, still shuffled and gotten another card otherwise. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot the first pile, and perhaps pile number one is going through a shift of timeline. That's so interesting, especially that I cannot remember a thing I read for this pile. So I shifted my mind into the truth, and the truth is I'm so lucky to be part of a magic that's happening for a pile. For some people, they're going through a shift, and I'm lucky to be relaying that and witnessing that. And this is something that I absolutely believe in. I respect, of course, if others don't believe in it. I really believe in it. I've seen enough magic happening in the channel to make me like 100% believe that there's magic that happens throughout. So that's what I believe is going on. And after I calmed down, took a breather, reorganized everything, I realized that it wasn't as big as I was catastrophizing it to be. The universe wasn't trying to make me realize something huge or anything. And it was all good. In fact, I'm so happy and excited to see what this pile is going to be all about, and I still have the rest of the day to do what I wanted to do with this project. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. This is what happened with this reading, and it's really fitting that the reading is all about what you're not seeing about your future. So much is obviously going on and shifting and changing for everyone, because this is what's happening here. So do note that even if you're not pile number one, at least you must know that there are many shifts that are happening to your favor. And I want to give you a note. If you are currently catastrophizing about your future, please don't. It's really all good. I went through it perhaps to send that message out to everyone. Okay, so these are your three piles. Let me introduce them to you. For pile number one, your card is Crown. For pile number two, your card is Knot. And for pile number three, your card is Victuals. As always, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using your crystals, let me introduce them to you. For pile number one, you've got the Honey Onyx in the shape of this cute skull. I just got it recently and I was obsessed. It is so cute, especially in this honey color. For pile number 2, again, that's so cute as well. I'm just gonna keep saying cute. I love these crystals. You've got, again, the honey onyx in the shape of an angel. Oh, cute. And for pile number 3, you've got the ocean Jasper in the shape of this really cute dolphin. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings that you're meant to hear about today. And once you're ready, of course, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, which will take you straight to your reading. And please note that in a moment, I won't be assigning like every day. I already know the zodiac signs because I checked pile number 2, saw the signs, checked pile number 3, saw the signs, and the remaining obviously were the signs for pile number 1. So this is how it's working today. But I didn't want to open them because I know that others don't want to be distracted and they want to pick their piles using their intuition. But in a moment, I will be revealing every zodiac sign and seeing which zodiac sign falls under which pile. If this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But of course, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, let's check out and see which sign is associated to which pile. So for pile number 1, the signs are Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, as well as Capricorn. The signs for pile number 2 are Libra, Cancer, Aries, and Scorpio. And the signs for pile number 3 are Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, as well as Sagittarius. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. And guys, today I thought, regarding the Spirit, please pick my pile section, I thought that today is the full moon in Leo. And so I'm thinking that it's already chosen. The pick a pile, since there was the reason I'm thinking of timing as a chosen for your pile is because I was supposed to do this reading on another day, as you know, and I had to reshoot it today. So I feel like there's a significance in today. Knowing that the full moon today is in Leo, I really feel that the chosen pile is the pile of Leo, which is pile number 3, guys. So these are the different ways in which you can pick your pile. I truly hope you enjoy today's reading. And my dear soul family, I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you're not seeing about your future. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested, of course, in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. Ooh, looks like you're getting 4 cards here. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful honey onyx. Ooh, you're getting a lot of cards. In the shape of a skull. Your significator card is the crown with the keywords empowerment, status, and authority. Let's go again. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, let's go again, sorry. There we go. Then in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what your cards are. You've got the Muse with the keywords generosity and naivety. And look at that. Don't they right away look like an hourglass, a time glass? Look at how this is dripping, going down towards these cups. I don't know, just a feeling, something regarding time. Okay, so the Muse has the keywords generosity and naivety. You've got Leo with the showstopper, and the keywords here are enthusiastic. By the way, if you're drawn to the Leo pile, I highly recommend it. It is the spirit chosen pile. The moon is in Leo today. Full moon is in Leo if you're watching this today. So I highly recommend. Leo is the 3rd pile. But in any case, the keywords are enthusiastic, generous, magnetic, also pretentious, show off, bossy, extroverted, proud, headstrong, loyal, seeks approval, loving, and ruler of the 5th house. You've got loyalty, the Enneagram loyalty, with the keywords responsibility, belonging, family, sureness, solidarity, commitment. You've got assertiveness, positioning, decision, discipline, self-expression, right? You've got integration here. You've got, I think we can push these up and have more cards on the right. You've got Saturn and excuse me, in Pisces with loss. And you've got Venus in Pisces again with submission. Okay, I'll figure it out in a moment. You've got Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. And you've got Mars in Virgo with criticism. Let me fix the situation here and I'll be back. In order to leave space for the tarot, I found this to be the best way in which we can show what the cards want to show. And it's crazy how this card chose to align because I didn't even think about it. I was like trying to position it, tilted a bit. I was like, yeah, why not? Actually, let's just leave it like that. So yeah, let's see where this takes us. Let's shuffle your tarot cards and see what you get. So right off the bat, you've got the King of Wands. You've got the Two of Swords. 2 directions here. Is that like 2 directions? Because you know this pile, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this pile is going through a shift of path. Can you believe this? Look at that. And I forgot to even mention it to you, but I did talk about it in the introduction. Your specific pile was erased from all of my files. I did shoot it before from my camera, from my computer. I couldn't find it on my hard disk. I couldn't find it anywhere. And my conclusion was that it has gone through a different path, a different future path. Call me crazy, but I really believe that this is what's happening. Perhaps you've taken maybe a different decision lately and it's making you shift paths somehow. But let's explore. Anyways, you've got the Two of Swords. You've got the Six of Cups. I did talk about it extensively and what happened in the introduction if you want to take a look at more. I just don't want to waste your reading time. You've got the Three of Cups. Yeah, let's stop right there and see what is going on. I do see you shifting paths, whether this is by choice or because of something that recently happened, that you did recently, and you don't see this with the Two of Swords, but you're meant to know about it in today's reading. There's a shift of path happening right now in your life. By time, you will see yourself celebrating something, because look at these Three of Cups, the Three of Cups here, the celebration. It's leading to you absolutely being happy and celebrating something, right? Look, you've got the Crown, and the cards are starting with the Crown. So, by the way, I feel like it's all good with you. You're starting off with something strong in this pile. Crown, empowerment, status, authority. The King of Wands is the same thing. So it does seem to me, trusting you're looking at your cards, that you're in a powerful situation. You're all good. And for one reason or the other, you're moving into celebrating something. Perhaps here, hold up. Loss and submission. Let me now think how this shift is going to happen. Don't know, the cards are powerful. Mars in Virgo, criticism. Mercury in Scorpio, extremism. This King of Wands, although very powerful, seems to be trying to balance something or make something work. The amount of effort they're doing, they're like, it could be signifying that they want to be balanced. But for a King of Wands, this person seems to be a bit vulnerable. They're at the mercy of nothing moving to keep things in place, if you ask me. So perhaps with something falling, this is signifying the loss. You could be in a powerful position in life or in your relationships, in something or the other. But you're at the mercy of something. Like everything has to be the way it is for you to keep that power or authority or something, or that status. If you ask me, it also looks to me like to keep that power or that status or that amazing thing, it is keeping you encaged. It's keeping you in submission rather than in actual energy of authority. So it may look on the outside that, you've got the authority towards this specific situation, but it has imprisoned you and made you feel submitted to it rather than being in the energy of the authority. You see what I'm saying? So there was something staring at you here. Something that you know was not right with criticism. Something was staring at you. You knew something wasn't right here. And perhaps the shift that's happening is you recognizing that this is extreme. I mean, instead of you being a balanced authority, to do that in a situation that perhaps needs more thinking or something, you're realizing that it has so much control over you that you are the one who's imprisoned to keep it. And so I think you're starting to respond to that criticism, leading to loss. I think you've been so loyal and responsible towards something. Look, it says belonging, family, solidarity, committed. Maybe you were so committed to something, you cared about something or someone so much that although it looked like you are in power of it, really it was bit by bit eating away and taking away from your power, whether you realize it or not. It looks to me that what you're not seeing about this, your future, is that you are dropping something in favor of another. Now, the interesting thing about your reading is that this drop seems to be a form of transformation or transmutation of an energy rather than an actual drop. I say that because, to be honest with you, this figure reminds me of the death card in tarot. And it reminds me of transformation. Just a gut feeling. Just a gut feeling, to be honest with you. And I'm going to follow my intuition because that's what tarot is all about. What everything reminds you of, right? So what you're feeling about it. I'm feeling, especially with how the cards are positioned, the interesting way they've been positioned, I feel like there's a shift. There's a shift of thought. There's a shift of decision. There's a shift of action taking with assertiveness. You're very sure about how you want to see things this time, how you want to take action. So it's not the drop of a path. It's the path that is shifting for you. What does that mean? It doesn't mean like, ooh, I'm going to drop, for example, this person in my life, or I'm going to drop this job from my life, or I'm going to drop this thing from my life and move on to another. Maybe you're going to do that. But to be honest with you, the way I'm seeing things, it's thoughtful actions. You're shifting and dropping your old actions and behaviors in favor of another, towards something you weren't considering before. Now that's really good, because with Leo, the showstopper, it looks like the bold actions that you're going to be taking are going to have a visible effect in your life. You're changing the way you do things in your everyday life, because 6th house, that's your everyday tasks, routines, the way you do things in your little everyday things that you have to do in your life. So by making some small changes, but integral ones, you're making a huge shift in your life. While keeping what you have, just transmuting that energy to work to your favor. And so that relationship, for example, where maybe you had to balance everything out, everything to keep it strong, you're now going like, hey, no, you know what? This is not working. This is not fair for the both of us, and it won't last forever, because as you can see, it's very vulnerable. It's going to make all of us fall. So you're having that talk with this person, and you're saying, you know, I love you, I appreciate you, you're a dear person in my life, but I must feel the same in yours, and this is not right. This is not equal. We need to discuss things. Or maybe this is pertaining to your work. Maybe you're the one who carried everything as a manager, making everyone happy except yourself. So maybe this is time where you go, right, we need to make sure that everything works right. You need to learn. You need to start learning how to do this. I mean, whenever you need me, please get back to me. We need to do this, we need to do that, so that everything goes right. And in that way, you're giving opportunity for your team members to grow. And so on and so forth. I mean, I can think of so many examples of how this is, but it seems to me that you're changing things. You're not carrying so much anymore. You're making things work for you in the right way, as it should. Because here, it does look to me that it was extreme and it was imprisoning you. So it's like you're not changing, you're not losing power as you were going to by time. You're simply transmuting it into something better with the 3 of Cups, you see? So by time, with the 6 of Cups, it looks like you're going from great to better, you know? Here, this pile is not starting with an energy of, to be honest with you, of, oh, I wish for things to change. You're more like, I love that, but I want it to be better. I want it to be done in a right way and not in an extreme way. This pile reminds me of things like being in a great relationship, but something's not right. I mean, if you don't do something, it's going to collapse. This pile reminds me of having a great job, but being the one who's carrying everything. This pile reminds me in general of a blessing that looks great on the outside, but there's something wrong in it, you know? There's something that must be adjusted. And you've been perhaps swiping it under the rug for so long just to make things work, to keep that thing intact. But it's really vulnerable, as you can see. It's very viable for anything to happen to make it fall. And that's not right. So there's a shift, in my opinion, here, and this time you're sure. There's assertiveness. You're like, these are the actions that I need to take. These are the right things that I need to do. I've been so loyal to something, thinking it's gonna allow me to keep. But you see, here the cards are showing sort of a war. You're constantly warding things off, where here you're moving towards the energy of things working to your favor without that much effort. I think this was misjudgment on your part without realizing. Maybe what you've done before was right. It gave you the balance you needed. But here you can see that you're realizing that you weren't seeing things right. And through time, Six of Cups is a positive card, you know. It's not, you could have had the Seven of Pentacles right there. It's like, oh, be patient until things go right. Here, I'm kind of feeling that you are allowing something to grow while you're enjoying it with the Six of Cups. So I'm not really sure what you're going to do here. What's your brilliant idea here? What's your assertive idea that you're going to take, that shift that you're going to take? Let's explore what that's going to be, because it seems to be the key here in your reading. You're viewing things in a different way. You're like, perhaps as in the examples of having the talk or giving more work to your employees. But these are just my ideas. Let's see how you're actually going to do this, because here you're enjoying it as it grows to where you want to go in the way that you want it. It's like this pile is talking about what you don't see about your future is that you're going to keep that thing that you deeply care about, but just having it done in a way that you love without what was making it so vulnerable. So let's explore what you're going to do, my dear pile number one. What is this Six of Cups signifying, please? How are you gonna enjoy that growth process? Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Looks like this mouse is really chilled. So Four of Pentacles. The key here is that you're actually gonna enjoy this process. Nice. Let's see. How? Ooh, the Ten of Cups. This is being elated, not just happy. That's nice. You've got the Six of Swords. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. See? That is where the song is. The Six of Swords. You're doing things gently, calmly. Okay, I need more cards, to be honest with you. Let's find out what you're going to do. There, let's take these two. And I'm sure they're going to show us. What are you doing? How are you doing things slowly here? Four of Cups. And the Seven of Cups. Here the moss turtle, the mock turtle, moss turtle. The mock turtle is sad. But really we know from the story that it's just sad for no reason. Seven of Cups is opening up your mind to the other possibilities that are there. So there's something about you being so sad because you haven't looked at the other options that you have, that you can take. So it's kind of like being sad for really no reason. It's like, imagine someone, for example, who has a lot of money, and they, like, let's say they have millions, and they are sad because they don't have time to have fun, for example. And then they tell this thing to a friend, I'm so sad because I can't have fun. And their friend's like, can I ask you a question, really just to help you out? Would you mind if I ask? And you'd say, yeah, go ahead. You can ask whatever. I really want to get myself out of this problem. May I respectfully ask, how much do you have? Like, what's your net worth? Oh, I'm like in the billions. Really? You're in the billions? Yeah. Well, may I respectfully ask? I'm not saying this is your situation. I'm just saying the type of energy I'm seeing here. May I respectfully ask why you can't buy yourself some time? If you, like, is everything that you're doing you're passionate about? Because obviously you wouldn't be craving that time. No, actually, most of the things I'm doing, I'm not really passionate about. Then why are you doing it? And this is the time where this person starts thinking, yeah, why am I doing that? Isn't it worth you taking time off now? Don't you think? What about you give these opportunities to other people, and you, like the tasks that you're doing now, and go out and have fun? I mean, I'm not saying you should let go and drop everything, but isn't it better to give these opportunities to others who want it and are very capable of doing what you're doing so that you can have fun? Is it worth it? I know. So what I'm trying to say here in this 4 of Cups, the mock turtle who's sad for no reason, and the 7 of Cups, there's something about you realizing that you're putting yourself in sadness for no reason when there are other ways, amazing ways to have a solution. These are the cards of someone who's privileged in one way or the other, that hasn't used their privilege, or they just aren't thinking outside of the box. They're not using their privilege, because 10 of Cups, this is like being so happy. So what are you doing here? The reason you're so happy with the 6 of Cups is that it looks to me like you have a privilege. 4 of Pentacles, it's having something, amassing something worthy. Like you have an abundance. You hold an abundance of a particular energy that you can use to your favor. And so here it looks to me that in order to use that privilege, you will be taking it easy. Obviously, in your pile is not as easy as, hey, go out and spend it, or go out and do this, as the example of the billionaire. There's something about that this energy that you have an abundance of, or you have a lot of, can work in your favor while you're being happy if you just take it slow. Like, move towards this direction. That's why there's growth. You're going to use something to your favor that you already have to help you slowly get to the other side of this extreme situation towards freedom. And so you're realizing, hey, I'm making myself sad for no reason. I can use that thing to my favor. If I just think outside of the usual way I think, if I can handle things different than the way that I handle things. And so you're taking it slow now. You know that it's going to take time, yes, but at least some energy that you have is working to your favor. Like, for example, the example of the manager and the employees. Slowly here could mean you're slowly training your people to do what you do. Or your spouse or your partner, you're slowly migrating the things that you like, training to communicate better, right? Like, you're like, hey, I'm doing all that to make sure that the relationship stays intact, but we need to learn to communicate so that I'm not carrying all of this. We need to carry this together. So you're slowly learning to communicate together, and your spouse is like, or your partner is like, yeah, I don't want you to carry this. Let me show me, teach me. I want to learn. And they're actively learning. And so, like, it's all good with you. It's just like you're taking time to find this balance, and your spouse or partner is slowly picking it up. And by time, it just works out. And as you go through that process, you're really happy. You're good. Your 6 of Cups shows that you're going to go through that transition really well. So yeah, eventually, it might move slow in the beginning to move out of that tumultuous waters, as you can see, to that calmer waters. Is going to take some time, yes, but you're all good during that time. And you are bound, drop by drop, by time, to move into that great situation with the muse that you are passionate about seeing, that example maybe that others are doing, that you really love, that vision that you see. You're like, yeah, it should go this way. I'm so inspired to do it in this way. Let's now go towards that direction. And that's the shift that I'm seeing in your timeline that is happening right now. You're like, you know what? I'm going to do it in this way. And this is what is solidifying that powerful thing that you already have. Because you know what? That was absolutely in a vulnerable position to fall one day or the other. And perhaps it's something you always can see or knew. It was extreme. It looked like you are, what's the word called? Privileged, but really, you're the only one who felt that you weren't at all. And that is bound to change powerfully. Today is the full moon in Leo. Today, there are drastic measures that you are taking and making, and congratulations on that huge shift that is happening in your life at the moment. This is the pile that's changed. I literally had to do a new reading for it. So it looks like you're making a huge shift in your life at the moment, maybe even today, that'll shift your whole future in a new direction, allowing you to enjoy the privileges that you have in your life, and that they're not a threat of falling at any time as they used to be. You're finally paying attention to what you could see but wasn't paying attention to before, and you are shifting timelines at the moment. Okay. With Showstopper, the Leo, I do see that it will be visible on the outside, all the amazing things that will appear in your life to you and others, and it's going to be obvious in your whole life. It's not like some energy that won't be visible. It will be absolutely visible. All the changes that you are making today towards this great celebratory future that with generosity is going to give you generously. Naivety here shows that you're finally paying attention to what you could have been a little bit naive towards, or maybe you weren't handling in the best way. I think with naivety, you're now opening up your eyes to seeing better ways in which you can do and have something. And the sun rays are getting through the cracks, showing you what you with naivety couldn't realize before. That is exactly what I see, my dear pile number 1, in your reading. I think you are growing up from that level of seeing things from one perspective to balancing out with something much more wiser. You're really growing in this pile, my dear pile number 1. It was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you're not seeing about your future. Can't wait to get into your reading and see all about that, what it is that you're not seeing. And these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading. If you're interested, of course, in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful honey onyx in the shape of an angel. Looks like this deck is splitting right there. There we go. And your significator card is the, is the card Knot, with the keywords stability, security, and resilience. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. You've got Gemini with the keyword the investigator. So the keywords here are curious, social, knowledgeable, analytical, intellectual, quick-witted, anxious, outgoing, inquisitive, easily bored, and as well as the ruler of the 3rd house. Okay. Can we fit one more card there? Is it possible? Nah, it's an overstretch. All right. You've got the resignation enneagram. Some of the keywords here are feeling helpless, immobilism, surrender, all of that, submission. Okay, actually, I'm gonna put it there because I need the space. You've got the Enneagram narcissism with self-obsession, egocentrism, self-love, and all of that. Okay. Okay, you've got the pathless with the keywords difficult decisions, lack of direction. All right. You've got Venus and Taurus with romance. And you've got Venus again in Pisces with submission. Submission and feeling helpless. And not. Interesting. There is a theme here for sure. Okay. Let's pull out your tarot cards. This way we get a full understanding of what we're looking at. Right, so you've got the Devil card. The Two of Swords. Oh, that's an extra card in this deck. It says loading. The Moon card. Okay. Something's happening, y'all. And you've got the Ten of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles. Something is shifting. Something is happening right now. Something is shifting, or something is happening in your future. Something will be happening. Wow, did you see that? The lights just went out. I think I gotta charge the lighting. Hold on one second. That's better. Actually, this totally gives me an idea about your reading, because look, the Moon card, it goes dark. And then it comes out super bright, Ten of Cups. Thus, the shift with the Two of Pentacles. So there's a shift that you're not seeing. That there's a shift in your future that you're not seeing. Where it goes dark, by the way, doesn't mean, ooh, bad things are going to happen. Definitely not. It just means there's a period where maybe you're going on a different path and you don't know what's going to happen. Only for things to come out bright and amazing. So for example, let me give you an example. Let's say you do something drastic. Let's say you write an email to your manager and you're like, you know, these are my rights. This is what I deserve. I've worked hard and there's nothing that's been happening for years. Don't I deserve this sort of raise? And I see that's like per the rules of this company, this and that and the other. And you just, you know, pour your heart out respectfully, of course, and everything. And you send out this email. So, because you take that, let's say, risk, you go on a different path than what everyone's going, or the usual one that you were in. You do something, it seems crazy, that for a while makes you feel like, uh-oh, oops, I'm stuck. What did I do there? It doesn't go dark at all, in fact, at any point. Here with the Two of Swords, you're the one who has the veil on, meaning perhaps with the Devil card, which is a card all about limiting beliefs or scary thoughts as well. Because you don't know which way it's going to go, that risk that you've taken, and you don't get that response or reaction right away, you're like, shoot, with that risk that I've just taken and the situation that's happening, it looks like I've gotten myself super stuck. And that's the dichotomy that we're seeing here with the resignation and then narcissism. So one is feeling so helpless, doesn't believe in themselves, and one is overly obsessed about themselves. So you go from one extreme to another, and that's what you're not seeing about the future. The biggest card on the table is investigation. This is a card meant to assist you and guide you through these drastic changes that you're going to go through. They're telling you, see the red pill and the blue pill, kind of like you can choose to follow your thoughts and your beliefs about the situation and suffer for no reason, or you can investigate and find out the truth of what the situation is, ending this misery for yourself. That's why it's loading. This means, going back to the example of the manager, that perhaps the manager read your email properly, they really are vouching for you, they feel what you've said, and they're like, you know, I feel the same. Maybe it's time for me to step up as a manager and speak to the CEO and present my people better. So perhaps you're getting no response because this manager can't tell you anything until they try to take the right action. They can't give you promises that will make you hate it when it doesn't happen later. They just can't talk. So let's say they go vouch for you, they speak for you, they stand for your rights, and a week later, bam, you're absolutely right about everything you've written. I've read your email so well. I made sure I take the necessary actions, and you, congratulations, this is your new raise, this is your new title, this and that, these are your new responsibilities, we'll be celebrating you next Thursday, this, that, and the other, and suddenly it's all bright. And you go through a shift that you're not expecting. You can see that there's a shift, but you might be following your limiting beliefs of what that shift is. You might think that this shift is you going through darker times, when really you're going through super bright times. That's the reality of everything. There is a time where, because of these shifts, perhaps there's silence. It's that silence of things loading, the silence of things happening. And yeah, I would have told you, be patient. Of course, be patient, don't get me wrong. But your reading here is saying, don't put yourself in that scary situation. Be on top of it. Like, be curious. Ask. Educate yourself. Don't, in your specific situation, it says, don't sit there suffering. It says, submit to what's happening. Of course, be patient, know that the best is happening for you, but at the same time, you're also getting investigate. Because the more you will ask, the more you will overlove the situation. You'll be overconfident about the situation. So be resilient during this time, be stable. Your security is guaranteed, is what your cards are showing you. You will be taking a difficult decision or like a sort of risk, but it's going to be so worth it. Yeah, let's ask, what are you supposed to investigate exactly during that loading time where you think, the lights just went off. The Ten of Wands, did you see? First of all, this Ten of Wands is carrying flowers. I get a side idea here that you might think this is heavy energy, that you've done something that you shouldn't have done, that you're gonna carry a load of energy that you're maybe not up for, but these are flowers congratulating you. So you've done the right thing. Be patient and submit to what's going to happen. But going back to the question, what are you supposed to be curious about? What are you supposed to investigate? You've got the Ten of Wands. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot actually. Maybe these we'll use later. And, oh, you're getting the Ace of Wands with a pen here. With the pencil in hand, I can create entire worlds and bring my imagination to life. Limitless possibilities. Miracles in progress. That's definitely what's happening here. Miracles in progress. So what are you guided to do with the Gemini energy? But it's only one-sided. The thorns will prick you endlessly. Exactly. Love is like carrying a heavy load of roses. But when it's only one-sided, the thorns will prick you endlessly. There's something about if you're disconnected and you're not well informed, you will suffer endlessly. You will suffer for no reason. So here you've got someone who's curious. Just tried the most delicious burger ever. Can't believe I never had it before. So this is inviting you to be curious and to try something you haven't done before. Maybe this is asking you to be bold, like start writing and asking questions. It doesn't have to be like literal writing, but start being creative with how you collect your information, how you approach whoever is responsible here. Or start being curious and go and map out different ways in which you would do things if things weren't to go well, because when they go well, you might be using these ideas to your favor. So that's a point on its own. But really, there's something about being curious and taking a step you haven't taken before when it comes to asking questions. Maybe if we go to the same example, maybe you have never gotten in touch with HR before to know what your rights are. So asking things like, aren't these my rights? The HR department would say, actually, yes, this is your rights. So at least, you're in the right. Maybe you don't have to suffer, just like the cards are saying. If we go to the same example, it's like, actually write to your manager, hey, any updates on this situation? May you kindly give me a time frame on when we can discuss this, just so that I don't keep wondering, something like that. I think this is inviting you to take a bold step and get information. That's just an example. Because your reading is saying, if you get information, if you ask boldly, you will realize that nothing at all is going in a way that your mind's playing it to be. And that risk that you've taken, oh my God, just like the hand, is going to get you so many things that you will love. You have no idea. And let's explore, what is it with the 10 of Cups that you will love so much that this risk is getting you? Okay. So, you've got the Hanged Man. Something you absolutely did not have access to before. The Judgment card. The Two of Wands. Experiences you definitely haven't seen before. It will feel like the world is smiling at you. Yeah, all these smiles. And the Page of Swords. Ready to hit a home run. So it looks to me that you will gain access to a world or an experience you've never had before. This experience will contribute to your overall growth in everything in life. And it will allow you to have a strong voice. This experience will allow you to see many things you didn't have the opportunity to see before, and live things you haven't lived before. But most importantly, with this specific Page of Swords, is that it will allow you to step into a world in which the actions that you take actually make a home run. They make a difference. They allow you to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Thus, giving you the power to get results for the actions that you want to take. These cards are screaming, a whole new world. Really, it looks like you will be experiencing a whole new world after this pause time. Going from a phase of feeling absolutely helpless to a phase feeling like you love everything that is happening and feeling like you're so lucky. And that's why you get that here. If you submit, you're really going to be very happy. You're going to love what's going to happen. Because with the 12th house, you're on the path. You're in the right direction. Don't worry about it. And so this shift looks like it's moving you from one chapter of your life to another. You're moving, changing from living your life in one way to living it in another. I don't see exact details, but I do see that your experience of the world and the sort of power, and specifically how the actions that you're taking are actually getting you results, is very strong in this next chapter. I see that you perhaps get to explore the world, you get to meet with different types of people, you're speaking to a lot of people in this next chapter, maybe even leading them. You're traveling for some of you or a lot of you with this specific Two of Wands. You get to see different experiences. Maybe you get to go to a new place, perhaps. But everything is changing with the Hangman. It's like the Hangman is seeing another perspective, seeing another side of life. If we look at your specific reading, you've decided to go a different way, and that different way has amazing energy. Imagine you've taken out, like in old school, the one game to put another, and so that other just has some moments of loading before it starts out and you have more fun. It's similar in that way. There's a pause between your shift, it seems. And you've decided to take a new direction, and you shall see a new direction. But definitely one you weren't expecting to that degree. You're like expecting, let's just change and see another game. I'm bored with that game. This one looks interesting. Maybe it's nice. You put it in and it turns out to be the most amazing game you've played and you're obsessed. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's going to be an amazing game. Let's expand on this one. You getting the privilege of getting results on the actions you're taking, because that's the one that your cards are showing us. And we can expand on the experiences that you're going to have as well, because these are really highlighting it. So let's expand on these two energies. Here, what are the actions that you're going to be taking that will reap results? So you've got the Four of Cups. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. And the Four of Swords. Here, these are two different types of waiting. Here, the Four of Cups is waiting because you're unhappy. The Four of Swords is waiting and resting and feeling good about the rest. Indulging in the rest. So there's two types of fours here. And so the energy is changing of you taking action and feeling like nothing's happening, to you taking action and feeling like you're so fortunate that you get to just rest and indulge and enjoy. It seems like this is going to happen through the year, because it looks like a calendar of a year. It looks like a calendar of a year. So it looks like it's in this cycle. The future is in this year. And maybe you're trying to achieve something and you constantly weren't able to get results. During this year, things are going to be very fortunate for you. They're changing dramatically. I see you finally are resting and enjoying your sleep. Because it says breathing in the fresh country air and falling asleep under the stars. This is definitely someone who's enjoying their time. Rest and relaxation. So this time you hit and it scores and you feel very fortunate. You get to finally rest and not have to worry and be unhappy anymore regarding what it is that you were trying to do. Here, it talks about how you're experiencing a whole new world, meeting new people, speaking to new people, maybe even like traveling the world, having a different, fully opposite, different experience than the one you're currently experiencing. How's that? Oh, this one moved as well. Thank you. You've got, the Lover's card. The Hierophant, snap. Nice. You've got the Seven of Wands. Don't bully, be a friend. And this is an extra card in this deck of Waite, the one who's created the traditional tarot deck that we know, the Rider-Waite-Smith, and you've got the Three of Cups. So, first of all, he's in a barber shop. There's something about, first of all, the way you look is going to change. You're gonna love the way you look. That's something I'm seeing clearly here. That's first of all. Second of all, you're gonna be meeting diverse, interesting community of different people. Three of Cups that you will really love. There is literally learning a lot of things, literally in terms of the experiences that we've been talking about, learning many things and going through new experiences that teach you a lot and ones that you will keep as a memory forever. There's something about love as well for some of you. I see that some of you will fall in love and may even get married because of the Lover's card and the Hierophant. But it could also be an interesting partnership that will be very memorable. Or legal choices that you might be making. Official choices that you might be making. But with the Seven of Wands, one of the most important experiences that you're gonna go through is having the power to stand up for yourself against bullies or against the old challenges that you used to go through, maybe even people that used to bully you. I see that you will be on a higher ground, on a higher plateau, at a great advantage to easily stop and overcome that which used to challenge you before. So you'll have a lot of advantages and a lot of power to overcome these challenges that you are currently going through. And in that way, you will see many changes, many new experiences that you will love with the Lover's card. But I can't help but see romance and lovers. A lot of you will fall in love. Yeah. And you will learn a lot. These experiences, fun experiences that you're going to go through, and perhaps even traveling, seeing other traditions and other cultures and taking pictures there will teach you a lot. And you will meet a lot of people there that you will love as well. Yeah, so these are the energies of the new experience of this new world that I see opening up its doors for you. And that's why you're going to be so happy with this shift. And don't forget, here you are guided to just be bold. Continue to ask questions. It looks like in your situation, you can ask all the questions that you want. You know, just go ahead and voice out your concerns. Hey, is this happening? What is the situation with this? What should I do with this? What can I do better with this? Apologies, because the more you ask questions, the more you will find clarity to what's going on, the more you realize that you're not stuck and that this situation is actually working to your favor. So yeah, asking questions empowers you and allows you also to take the right action during that loading time. Also, remember when I've noticed this strong throat chakra speaking to others? You can see here Arthur Waite is holding the newspaper. I don't know. I feel like in this next chapter, you're going to be creating something significant for a community. Whether this is you writing something, teaching something with the Hierophant, or creating something that will allow you to help so many others that are being bullied or facing a specific challenge. Maybe you're helping a group of people who don't have a voice, can't stand up for themselves. Yeah, I think you are definitely helping others with a great challenge that they're going through in this next chapter in your life, and you will have many people celebrating you, being so pleased with a voice that is speaking for them, or a voice that is teaching them something, or a voice that informs them of something. So yeah, and this next chapter is a community that will really love you and will love your commitment to what you're doing here. I think you're gonna be so much loved in this next part of your life, in this next chapter, that you could be prone to self-obsession a little bit. This is something you really want to be careful with in this next chapter of your life. You, of course, want to appreciate yourself greatly for all the amazing things you're doing. This is something that you get to enjoy. But be careful with self-obsession, because if you cross that line, this will cause stress. So yeah, always stay balanced. And if you feel like you're crossing that line, there could be a shadow when it comes to feeling helpless unless there is great appraisal. So this is something that you might want to work on if that's the case. But yeah, otherwise I'm seeing you moving energy from feeling like you're helpless, you don't know what to do, to super appreciating yourself and loving yourself for all the things you've done to be where you are today in the future, your future today. That is giving you all these wonderful experiences. But yeah, there is definitely a lot of love and admiration from a significant other and from people who truly hold what you're doing as sacred, and love what you've got to say or teach here. And yeah, my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I can see when it comes to your future, what you're not seeing about your future. I wish you the best of luck. I really enjoyed your reading. I really wish that you have as well. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you're not seeing about your future. Can't wait to get into your reading to find out. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys in the description box. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful ocean jasper in the shape of a dolphin. And your significator card is the victuals card with the keywords sustenance, sharing, and sustainability. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Cancer, Aries, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and reveal your oracle cards first. What are you not seeing about your future? I'm seeing these cards right away, so I'm gonna pick them up and we're ready. Right, so you've got the Enneagram laziness, and the keywords here are passive attitude, indolence, hold on. Indolence. Passive attitude, indolence, apathy, inertia, inaction, sluggishness. Sluggishness. Okay, right. These two cards are giving me an interesting meaning, but it could just be in my mind. Let's wait and see. You've got Venus, ooh, which definitely confirms what I'm seeing with victuals here. So the main keyword on the Venus card is love. The other keywords are beauty, romance, Friday, Taurus and Libra, of course, courtship, aesthetics, sex appeal, affection, sensuality, values, pleasure, grace, gratitude, inspiration, as well as self-worth. You've got Mercury in Leo with drama. And you've got Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. Oof, these are tough cards. Like loud Mercury for sure. All right, you also have the Spy Master with keywords knowledge as well as distrust. I can't wait to find out what this is all about. Very mysterious so far. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, wow, starting off your reading is the Nine of Cups. This is a huge wish that is coming true that you definitely don't see coming. You don't see even how it's going to happen. You don't see in what way it's going to happen. Yeah? Especially because at the moment, it seems like you're not taking any action towards it. So how would you see it in your future? Let's find out together. You've got the Seven of Cups. How is it possible that it's in your future? How would you see it in your future exactly if you're not taking action? Let's see what your cards show you. Seven of Cups, Five of Swords, the Hierophant, the King of Wands. Wow, and the Ten of Cups. Your cards from like the beginning is a wish fulfillment. The ending card is a card of huge blessings happening in your life. What can I tell you? This seems to be a big wish, a prayer that is heard from your mouth to the heavens. A prayer that is heard loud and strong. So, back to the question. If you're not taking any action at all, how is it happening? I guess it leads me to the first conclusion that I saw when I looked at these two cards together. I was going to tell you, it looks to me like you're not going to take any action towards something in particular, but you're going to get the blessings of it anyway. What? Yes, this is what it looks like. So, yeah, that's probably why you don't see it in your future. Let's explore what this wish is. What are you manifesting at the moment, although you're not taking action? It be like that sometimes, a lot of the times. So, what are you trying to manifest? Let's allow these cards to answer this question because, to be honest, the cards there are not telling me exactly what that wish is. It just keeps showing how it's wild, how you've made a powerful prayer one day and its vibration was so high spiritually that how can I say this? It was heard. It started manifesting, created an energy ball, a powerful energy ball, manifesting something big for you. These are the clues that I'm seeing. It's wild, but you really want it. You really want it, but you're not taking action. It's interesting. You really want it, but maybe you can't. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're just too tired to take action. Oh, the mystery in your cards. Let's take a look at these four cards. I will use them as clarification to this wish. So, Two of Wands. It's something that you keep envisioning and envisioning. Maybe you're not taking action because with extremism, you kind of feel like it requires extreme actions. I feel like drama, it could be representing the drama you feel on the inside. there could be a lot of war on the inside, like you're fighting to know where to start. It's like a conundrum here. Like, I don't know where to start. This is extreme. Like, I really want it, but I just don't know how to do it. Kind of energy. Your communication, the way you're communicating this, talking about this, is that you really want it, but perhaps with Mercury and Leo, maybe you've actually tried to take action, but you found it complicated. You found what is needed to be super complicated, and that led you to a complete inaction. And since there is a complete inaction, I guess it's probably why you're not seeing that it's happening in your future. So Two of Wands shows that you've envisioned this a lot, something that you keep thinking about, something that you keep envisioning, something that you really care about. The King of Pentacles, it looks like it's materialistic in nature. A project that you want to succeed at, money that you want to manifest, or something that you want to bring to life, you want to create, you want to establish. Yeah, materialistic in nature. Whoa, the Star card, you're really wishing for that. Didn't I tell you there's something about you to the heavens, from you to the heavens? Didn't I tell you guys? This was one powerful wish you made. It's like, I believe this is going to happen. I wish this is going to happen. This was so powerful, kind of like shook the heavens. It created an energy ball for you that is manifesting it for you. So it's a big dream that you keep envisioning over and over. It's like you see it every day. It's what you want. It's materialistic in nature. It's something that you feel will make you so happy, that puts you in a happy place when you think about it. Perhaps that's contributing to the big energy up there. It makes you, because of the laughing Hierophant, makes you so happy. You love imagining it. You're like, oh, if I can just have that. And you are, pile number 3, you are going to have that. With the Ten of Pentacles, you are going to manifest that, despite the fact that you're not taking any actions. It's not on you. It looks like you really tried, but maybe it's just too complicated to figure out. You feel like it needs extreme measures and you just don't know what to do. So it's not like you are lazy per se. In my opinion, looking at your cards, it just looks like you're not taking action because you're overwhelmed by not knowing how to get there. See, the Spy Master talks about, it's not the fact that you're not taking action, you just need more information. The key is knowing more. You need to know more. So what do you need to know more of? Or are you going to find out about it? I'll leave the cards tell us what it wants to show us next. I'm not going to ask it to go in a specific direction yet. I'll allow it to continue to show us what you're not seeing about your future. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Wands. It looks like you've got some limiting beliefs at the moment with the net on the head. Perhaps due to the complicated things that you've went through, you started creating this idea that perhaps you won't be able to do it maybe. I think for a moment there, your mind beat you. It started convincing you, you see? It started convincing you, the limiting beliefs, that, oh, you're not going to be able to do it. But really, the real truth is you just got to get more knowledge. The more enlightened you are, the more this limiting belief will absolutely dissipate. It's not real. So that's perhaps why you don't see this in your future yet. But it looks to me like these limiting beliefs are in fact going to dissipate, because this is, again, the raven next to the head. Do you believe that? Can you believe that? Now, instead of listening to your limiting beliefs about this experience, here I see that you will hear information that teaches you how to get to this dream. With this information, you're not going to feel the same way about this anymore. You're not going to think, oh, this is extreme, this is hard, this is impossible. Can it even be done? I give up. Here, you're like, let me wipe my tears. This looks interesting. This, in fact, looks super easy to do. Now that you're informed and you have the key, you're able to remove this distrust in your capabilities or in the capability of that thing to happen in your life. Little by little, the more you hear, the more these limiting beliefs dissipate. And a new beginning with the Ace of Wands starts occurring. The Ace of Wands is action. You start taking action right away. Because Ace of Wands is also excitement. So you start feeling excited. It's one of the high vibrations. Passionate, excited. You can't wait to do it. The more you hear, the more, you get fueled up. And you're like, oh, I'm going to get up and do this. So what is it that you're going to do? Let's see. You've got the Queen of Cups fully in her feminine energy of receiving, manifesting. Look at her face. It's like, oh, I wish this would happen. You go back to that powerful energy. You've got some magic there. Okay. That's, my dear ladies and gentlemen, how you manifest things into your life without doing a thing. That's how we learned from pile number 3. You wish it with every bit of your heart. But here. So jokes aside, you're going to take action with the Ace of Wands. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. You've got the 6 of Pentacles, and you're receiving, dang, 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 you start receiving it. It starts happening. So I'm so curious, what actions are you going to take? Now, with the right actions in conjunction to that powerful manifestation power that you seem to have here, you will be receiving this wish. It's going to happen in your near future. So what is the Raven telling you here? What actions are you going to be taking in your near future? Temperance. 9 of Wands, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're doing something you haven't done before, but this time you hear information on how to do it, and you're like I told you, you're like, yeah, look at this figure listening. I can do this. It makes me feel like you are putting everything in place, organizing yourself. And slowly your wings are being created. It's freeing you. That look of determination, do you see? Also here, that look of determination. There's something about once you hear what you could do, it fires you up. It makes things happen. So you take action. You organize yourself well. Temperance, balance. You organize yourself well. You step outside of your comfort zone. Knight of Cups. You pour your passion and love into it. And again, this Queen of Swords. This time, you're not swayed by your emotions. You are disciplined with the Queen of Swords. This time, you're not swayed by your emotions. And you know what to do, and you're disciplined. So it's the opposite of this energy. So when we were joking about you sleeping and getting it done. Part of it was true, but not entirely true. And that's why it means, although you're not taking action right now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. How it happens is exactly here. You find your balance again. You're like, I know what to do. It looks like you were only going through it in one way, ignoring another. There's something about you now doing it the proper way, not doing one thing without the other. I think you're finding that there are different aspects to what you were trying to do, the best method to trying to do it. You find the right balance to do it. You step outside of the comfort zone. You learn how to do it. You step outside of your comfort zone, you put your heart in it, and you're disciplined. But you are going to make it soon. So how are you, from where are you getting this information from? My dear pile number 3. 3 of Cups, from a community. What community is that? A community of experts, but the 3 of Cups makes me feel like maybe your friends are going to tell you something that you didn't know. Like, hey, did you know that this thing you were trying to do is done like that? I saw other people do it like that. They're going to tell you, these people, at the right time. Someone that you love, some people that you love. Maybe these are people you listen to online that you love. Maybe these are representing your friends who know that you want to do something and they hear something, they tell you about it. Something like that. But it's going to come from someone that you love listening to, actually. Love listening to, love doing things with. When are they going to tell you? Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is movement. I kind of feel like right away. Like these days, they're going to tell you something. They're going to tell you, hey, did you know that this, and that, and the other makes this work? You just got to do it like that. So these days, you'll be hearing some great updates on how you can do something and make it work. You'll be stepping a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but you'll be pouring your heart into it and you're going to be disciplined. The great news here is that it's going to bring you wealth right away, or that resource that is important for you with the King of Pentacles that we saw here that you want to manifest. So whether this is wealth or something working out for you, that thing that you are looking for, that you're dreaming about. To you, with a treasure chest here, it's super valuable to you. Okay. Rituals, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. It looks like you are going to be taking generously from this energy that you're wishing for. You're going to get a lot. You are going to be so happy. You won't believe it. All right, and it looks like it's starting these days for you, my dear pile number 3. That's so exciting. All right, any guidance on what you need to do these days? Let's find out. What do you need to do now or these days? Strength card. 8 of Pentacles, get right to it. Perfect it. Make it perfect with the 8 of Pentacles. The Lover's card. The Fool card. So your guidance here is jump straight into it. This will require you to change things about yourself a little bit. Maybe these are things pertaining to your routines. Maybe there's a little bit of a change in routines. And that needs some strength Perhaps you're used to your routines. Maybe that requires you to do some skills or learn some skills that you didn't have before. Then you'll have to start learning about these skills right away in order to upgrade and become more powerful. Maybe these will require you to do some things that you maybe were afraid to do before. Like, let's say it will require you to public speak. Maybe it will require you to work with an Excel sheet and you're not so good at that. Whatever this is, it seems like it's asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. So be ready to make that necessary change, whether it's your routine or a skill or a habit that you need to develop. Step into it right away. Don't waste time is your guidance here. You are asked with the Eight of Pentacles to do it with mastery. Don't accept anything less than excellent. Make sure you pay attention to every detail that you put into this. Make sure you do it with love and passion and care towards who you are serving, towards who you are connecting with, serving, if this is like your project, towards who is benefiting from this, is the best way to put it. So yeah, make sure you pay attention to every detail and do nothing less than excellent. Final guidance here with the Fool card is to jump straight into it. Like, once you find out about what needs to do, don't procrastinate. Don't think, oh, that's a brilliant idea. You know what? Let me start doing this next month. Let me start doing this in 2 weeks. There's something about seed, setting the seed in the universe to begin right away. Once you hear about this, the information on how to do it, take action right away and continue to take action every day. Big or small, make it continuous. And only work with it with love. Remember, that's the vibration. Only work with it as you put heart and love into it. That's a secret ingredient that will transform everything for you. The Spy Master, in my opinion, seems to be saying that you will be getting unique information that not everybody gets access to. Like the spy gets access to unique information that not many, like almost most people don't know. This is where I'm getting the idea that your friends here, your community, or the group of people you're listening to, following maybe, they are going to give you a key that'll make you go, I really know what to do. It might change things up, your time, your skills, all that we've discussed, but you're gonna get there. And you're gonna get there quickly. It's just going to happen for you. You know what I feel your Temperance was talking about? Your energy is already super strong. Your desire for this, your power of manifesting is already so strong. But perhaps you weren't balancing out with the right action. Perhaps you also gave up too soon. It's just the flow of things. Things don't always happen in the moment when you try to take action. In fact, ask all the successful people, like for example, if you speak with the billionaires, well, we don't speak with them, but they speak with us through social media, and they'll say that they've tried many things that failed 1,000 times and they finally succeeded. That seems to be the nature of things sometimes. You try and you try and you try until it happens one time. So perhaps you really tried really hard in the beginning, felt like it was too complicated, felt like it was extreme, and you gave up. you're gonna balance it out now with the right action. I feel like the universe is really helping you by providing you with the right information that is needed to take the right action. Yeah. Don't take no for an answer when you're manifesting something. The universe is abundant, vast, and wide. Don't take no for an action. It might not be happening now. Trust the process. Continue to take action. Continue to try. That's what all successful people have done. They just continue to try. They don't seem to take no ever for an answer. It might not be in this way, in this project, with this person, but it's going to happen. It's yours. Always claim it. Don't let go of it. And this reading is showing you that this huge dream that you have is, in fact, part of your future. You are enjoying it and you are getting a lot of it generously. And that's exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 3, when it comes to what it is that you're not seeing about your future. Good luck with this next phase when it comes to the changes that you're going to be making, the stepping outside of your comfort zone. But you're going to be putting so much love into this. You're going to enjoy this so much. All the best of luck. You're going to be doing something with excellence. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!